Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Again, I am in a different time zone right now. I'm in India, but I wanted to do these videos whenever I get up in the morning. And for my Advantage community members, I do videos twice a day. So basically, during the daily close, typically for the US time zone, is where I do the second video. Okay. Again, if you're not aware of our Advantage membership, go to cryptosomniac.com, hit the products page, and I provide in-depth analysis, as you can see, like this. And I let people know exactly what my positions are, what I'm seeing in the market, exactly what you should be looking for. And I provide people with stops and take profits of exactly how my positions are structured. Okay. None of this is financial advice, so you don't need to follow it if you don't want to. But if you need some guidance, if you need some tips, some help, that's what we're here to do. Okay. So with that being said, I wanted to show you guys again the short trade we've kind of been in. My entry price is right there, as you can see, 73.07. Most of my community members got in right around this area, like I stated. I've been traveling, I think maybe over here for the last couple days. So when I saw prices going up, whenever I got Wi-Fi at the airport and stuff, I was able to get into my positions and load up, basically on this top, this top, and this top. And while people were sort of aggressively calling the bottom right here, most people have really been fooled into thinking that, really what happened back here, this short squeeze at some point might come, and they might make their lottery ticket of that $3,000 move in a couple of days. Well, folks, this happened randomly, and this was also a short squeeze. So unless you somehow got into this right here and you sold right here, you didn't really make that much money in this move anyway. And I can guarantee you most people, that are bragging about it on crypto Twitter or YouTube definitely did not catch the meat of this move. And they definitely were not able to hold on through this entire drop. Because right now, if they did, they're in a loss. Okay, I missed this entire move right here, and I will happily admit that. But what I didn't miss is shorting over here multiple times. I can show you guys. Basically, I've been shorting almost at least 5 or 10 times from this area all the way down here. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, why didn't you, if you were so confident, why didn't you just short right here and hold on till right here? That's not how I trade, and that's just not how technicals work. Okay, no one really knows exactly when this thing was going to break down. If it was, we had a higher degree of confidence, right? We had a higher understanding of this has a slightly higher chance of breaking down, but never 100% certainty. Okay, so if you trade like that in a market, you understand prices move in ranges. Once specific ranges are broken, the next level will be reached, whether it's up or down. You also get to understand exactly where to place your stop based on your risk and reward ratios. You also get to understand the overall structure of the market and define where to take profit. Okay, so for now, what I'm trying to do is because I'm averaged in right around this area up here, right? I have a pretty decent sized profit down here. I'm trying to see if I can hold this position into a swing where I can ride this thing down to my ultimate targets, which I'll speak about in a little bit, or do I just take profit here? So here's the best way to look at it, right? Price had established this low right here. This was a deviation. Price pushed up, resistance right there, resistance right there, resistance. Okay, so basically a triple top of resistance. And then what happened was we established sort of the mid-range right here, this red block that you see. That's the EQ of this big range right here. So once this EQ was being hammered once, twice, 3 times, I realized, okay, this thing is going to break down sooner or later, right? And that's exactly what happened. So I let my community members know that you can move your stop from up here, down here, and now you can move your stop from up here to over here if you want, or even over here, okay? The most, obviously conservative stop is probably over here, but now there's also a pretty decent risk reward defined with it, because if you got in up here like I did and you're still holding, even if you place your stop up here, right, notice that once this range right here was broken, it tested it as resistance right there. This is a perfect area not only to get into a short, but to place your stops probably up in this region. You might get short squeezed out up here I kind of doubt it. But if you do, you're still sitting in heavy profit because your original position was right here, and you'd get stopped out way over here. So that's almost, a $250 move right there, right? Okay, so that's a 30-minute time frame. Okay, let's see on the 4-hour. 4-hour, as you can see, it just keeps sliding and sliding. All right, there's really no reason why this should stop anytime soon. I also don't think that this sort of $3,000 move is coming, to be honest. If it was going to come, it should have been like right here, okay? Let me show you guys, all right? So remember, this was a previous little bit of consolidation, and then this pushed up, right? So when we consolidated right here, which was slightly above this block, okay, that was the last opportunity for the bulls to make a statement and say, okay, we're going to defend this zone, and we're going to push this market up. But they didn't, right? Because there were really no bulls. This was right here a trap. All right, this was a trap set by the bulls, probably by professionals or miners, to drive up this price, short squeeze a lot of positions, and get out up here, while retail FOMOs into the market and says, hey, we're starting a new bull market here, we're going to go up. And you know exactly the people on crypto Twitter and YouTube who are saying that, right? But in our community, we said it with fairly high confidence that this area right here was definitely a short squeeze, and more than likely this is going to bleed down eventually. And that's exactly how we've been trading it, okay? So now that we've bled down here, and the fact that we didn't bounce, above this area over here, okay, the only logical place for this thing to bounce, all right, so if we take a look at the daily, okay, the only logical place for this thing to bounce is probably just, the last place being the bottom of this wick right here, which is around 6,500. Again, I highly doubt that because there's only just one deep wick. This was a long stop run, and then the market pushed up. The real consolidation happened in this meat of the move in, where was this? This was in May all the way through June, right? The real consolidation happened right here, and then the market pushed up. Same consolidation happened right here. Short squeeze, came back around, bled through everything, right? So this tells me that there's really nothing left in this region. This thing is just going to keep slicing through and slicing through until we find a bigger time frame where consolidation happened. So where exactly is that? The next big consolidation that happened was on the weekly, right here around $5,000, $5,400. I've been saying this basically since like up here in August. Okay, you can go watch my videos. I don't care if you think I'm making that up, but I've had this chart for a while now, and I've stated that these were the levels we're looking out for. I've also stated the fact that price more than likely will gravitate all the way over here, which is almost a, I think 80% retrace, if I'm not mistaken, from this bottom to this top. Let's see how much of a retrace that is. So this is 78.6. So yeah, this is definitely about 80% right there, right? This yellow block, okay? And I've stated also before, if you go watch our previous videos, Bitcoin loves to retrace deeper than most assets. So 78.6, 80, 85% is a normal thing for Bitcoin, right? It also loves to hug the 200 weekly moving average, which is right here, where we bounced in December, as well as right here in February. This red ribbon right here is the 200 weekly moving average. If we meet this in the next 2 weeks or so, we should be meeting price maybe around 5,000 flat or 5,200 or so. If we slice straight down over the next week, maybe beginning of December, I would probably say it's going to hit somewhere around here, $4,900, $4,800. Okay, so keep an eye on that. I am still short. Again, if you don't know what to do in this market, or you keep constantly losing money, come sort of join our community or join the Advantage membership and see what these people are doing right by following our analysis, our technicals, okay? I promise I did not pay these people to write these reviews. They're happy to write it themselves. They're making great money in this market when most of the market's suffering because they're delusionally bullish, and we've been more optimistically and realistically bearish because that's what the chart was saying. It's really hard to ignore when you look at a chart like this and you say this right here was probably a reaccumulation, mark up, distribution right here, mark down, short squeeze, and then sell off. Okay, this was very easy to sort of spot if you understand how to read markets. And the people still denying that, they will ultimately pay the price. I mean, obviously at some point you will be right if you're a bull, right? You know, the market's probably going to bleed down to like 5,000 and you'll still be bullish, and that's fine. But why should you be bullish when you can be bearish and trade the market in both directions, ride this thing down, accumulate more BTC, and then when you turn bullish and this thing goes back up to 10,000, 12,000, you have more Bitcoin, right? So anyway, I really don't understand the logic of most of these, you know, quote unquote TA people or crypto Twitter, because it's really just dumb to sort of be directionally biased in a market like this that's so volatile and has historically screamed to you that it loves retracing deeper. And when you have big markups like this, there's a significantly higher chance of a very deep retrace. So people still denying that, either they're just fooling you and they're just delusionally bullish, or honestly they just don't know what they're talking about. And it's half of both, right? I mean, most TA group leaders or whatever have either been calling for more bullish movement to the upside for a while now, or for the most part they said over here this was the move that left all the perma bears behind, or the bears behind, and that prices will never be below 8,000 again, some ridiculous garbage like that. And now we're headed down again. All these people right here are underwater. And the fact of the matter is, the prices right here are not even real capitulation. That's the sad part, okay? The capitulation is just starting. This is, remember, this is the ribbon for the hash rate, and it shows when the miners get to start selling, when the hash rate gets difficult, and the price premium in terms of mining profits is reduced, okay? So most miners, right, or retail miners who have higher costs of mining, they start capitulating and selling their Bitcoin. And that's kind of what happened right here in the 2018 capitulation phase. We haven't, in my opinion, seen that. And so far what we see is, the candle spread right here, right here, right here, right here has just been getting larger and larger. So don't be surprised if this is the largest candle right here that's coming up, that's going to finish off everything, okay, and put that real capitulation into play. All right. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys come join the Cryptosomniac community. If not, come join the free side. There's a Discord link below. Again, on the free side, there's really not a whole lot happening. I try to engage with the free community, but there's just so much happening in the Advantage membership over here. So many people who are from all parts of the world. They trade, they invest, they're doing stuff in crypto, they've traded in other markets. So a lot of sort of great stuff happening in our community. And our other analyst, Jordan, has also been killing it in the market, while I'm in the Indian time zone. He's in the US time zone operating. So we're covering, almost 18 to 20 hours of the day, right? So anyway, I hope you guys come join Cryptosomniac Advantage. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my content. Go watch my previous videos if you do question, my knowledge or my logic. We have been aggressively bearish, basically since August. I'll be honest, I was not a bear over here, and I definitely wasn't a bear over here. I was a bull almost till this point right here, and then I started to flip my bias over here. So at least I can be honest with myself and you and say that around this time is where I started to become bearish, because I started to realize that most people were now under the delusion that this has to go up. And the fact that the market structure and the technicals were already telling us that we've already started the turnaround, right? So take it for what it's worth. Come join Cryptosomniac, try it yourself, and let me know how you like it, all right? Shoot me a message if you do come join, or buy the 7-day technical analysis course. You will get access to the Advantage membership for 7 days if you buy the technical analysis course. And that's it. All right. Cheers, enjoy, keep your stops tight, and take profit often. All right. See ya.